The year was 175 AD. The Roman Empire stretched across the world like an endless horizon, and at its helm sat Marcus Aurelius, emperor, philosopher, and reluctant ruler. From the outside, Marcus was a man who had everything: power, wealth, the respect of legions. But beneath the armor and the laurel crown, there was a man who had known loss, and the quiet, invisible pain of letting go of someone he loved deeply. Her name was Faustina, Empress of Rome, his wife for over 20 years. She was fierce, beautiful, and unpredictable, the kind of person who could fill a room with warmth, and in the next moment leave you questioning if you ever truly knew them. They had shared victories and defeats, laughter and bitter arguments. And while history would later whisper rumors of her infidelity, Marcus never spoke publicly against her. He loved her, but he also understood something most of us spend our whole lives resisting: that love cannot be a chain. One evening, after a long day of council with his generals, Marcus retreated to his private study. A single oil lamp flickered beside a stack of parchment. Outside, the wind carried the distant sounds of the city: merchants closing stalls, children laughing, and somewhere a beggar singing an old Roman hymn. A servant entered quietly. "My emperor," he said softly. "The empress. She has left for the coast." Marcus closed his eyes. He had known this day might come. No shouting, no confrontation, just departure. This is where the real lesson begins. Most people, when someone they love drifts away, respond with one of two impulses: cling tighter or push away in anger. Marcus did neither. He knew that both reactions are just two faces of the same thing: attachment to what we cannot control. He sat down and began to write in his personal journal, the one he never intended for the world to see. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. It was a reminder to himself. Faustina's choices were not his to govern. Her heart, her loyalty, her steps, all belonged to her. His only domain was his own mind, his own virtue, his own peace. Over the following days, Marcus practiced what the Stoics called the view from above, imagining life as if he were looking down from the stars. From that height, Rome itself was a speck of dust, his palace a small dot, and within that dot, two people, a man and a woman, both temporary, both passing like shadows in the late afternoon sun. It was humbling and strangely freeing. When the ache of her absence became sharp, Marcus reminded himself of three truths. People are not possessions. They are travelers on their own path. Some walk beside you for a season, some for a lifetime, but none belong to you. Loss is not destruction. What leaves creates space for what is meant to remain. Your peace is your responsibility. If you hand it over to another person, you will always be at the mercy of their moods, their decisions, their love, or lack of it. One evening, weeks later, he stood at the balcony overlooking the Roman Forum. The city was alive, but he felt no anger, no bitterness, only a quiet acceptance. It is not events themselves that disturb us, he whispered to himself, but the judgments we make about them. By changing his judgment, by refusing to see Faustina's departure as a personal wound, he had taken away its power to break him. Marcus Aurelius would go on to rule for many more years, leading Rome through war, plague, and political unrest. His meditations, written in the solitude of his tent or palace chambers, became a guide not only for emperors but for anyone who has ever loved and lost. And in them, hidden between lines about duty and virtue, there's a lesson for all of us trying to emotionally detach from someone. Do not harden your heart into stone. Love fully when it is time to love. But when life calls you to let go, release your grip without resentment. Because the truest form of strength is knowing you can survive with or without them. So, if you're listening to this now, and you're holding on to someone who is slipping away. Remember Marcus Aurelius. Remember the man who ruled an empire but refused to rule another person's heart. You are not weaker for letting go. You are stronger for choosing peace over possession. Because sometimes, love's final act of kindness is release.